Welcome and thank you for watching. This is the London system versus Karim 850 game 2, and right below us is the template that we use for setting up the London. So we begin with d4. Karim responds with the same move as in game 1 to f5, thereby, as we saw in the last game, giving credence to the possibility of this diagonal with the queen. Now, though that did not really come into play in game 1, it will come into play here very shortly in game 2. Bishop to f4, e6, again opening up these dark square diagonals for the queen and the bishop. We know how to handle those from prior videos. Knight to f3, c6, c3, a5, e3, h6, b knight to d2, a4. And so now we're looking at the possibility of maybe advancing a little bit before our full setup with knight to e5. One of the things that I did in studying the game 1 with Karim 850 was I noticed that I could have been a little bit more aggressive in my opening to take advantage of some of the lines of attack that I had, as opposed to going through and fulfilling all of the setup moves for the London system before actually beginning to attack. And in this game, I took a little bit earlier leave on the attacking aim and went ahead and moved this knight from f3 to e5. But the main reason for that is to open up the light square diagonal for my queen attacking the king. That's the whole purpose of that. So Karim responds by bringing his d pawn up to d6 to threaten my knight, but the diagonal here for the queen along the light squares is already opened up. All I need to do is move to h5 and it is check. Karim chooses to try and block with g6. That's not going to get it done. I can just move forward and take, and now the king is in a very precarious position. I have both covered this square and this square as well, and the king only has one square in which to move, and now I just move in to close the deal, and that's it. This is a 10-move mate very quickly. I'm glad I took the time in game 1 to study it a little bit more to see what possible lines I could be a little bit more aggressive along, and it seemed to work out in this game. So that concludes our journey utilizing the London system through the chess.com beginner bots. We started with Jimmy 600 and we have finished and concluded with Karim 850. We are now going to take the London and begin to play games against the intermediate chess.com bots and just grow in our understanding of the London and hopefully our ability to execute more accurately the moves of the London as the chess.com bots get a little bit more difficult to deal with. So I hope to see you in the next videos, and thank you again for watching.